Hello everyone and welcome to another timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Hammertime once again. It is that time of the month. Last time we checked out the Hammertime, it was decent. It was playable. I played it in Timeless and it was winning some games, but now we have a real threat. We have a real threat coming in. Now in Arena, from the newest set, we have now received a Stoneforge Mystic in Timeless. And now I think the Hammertime is an actual deck now, instead of a meme. So we got a bunch of new cards coming in with the set, along with Stoneforge Mystic. Equipments that we're going to be playing in this deck are 4 copies of Colossus Hammer that the Stoneforge Mystic can tutor for. And then we have a copy of Belt of Giant Strength. This is a commander card that doesn't exist in Modern that you can play with the Colossus Hammer. What's really nice about this card is if you attach the Colossus Hammer, it lowers the equipment cost of the Belt of Giant Strength into a 0-cost equip. So potentially you could even kill your opponent in a single turn, even if their life total was 20. And then we're also playing a copy of the Lava Spur Boots so that we have a potential of just killing our opponent if you draw into a creature and you already have a hammer on the battlefield that was discounted with Kemba's Outfitter, or if you have a Sigarda's Aid as well and your hammer is in your hand, you could equip the boots onto a creature, give it haste, and then kill your opponent by running out the hammer. And we also have a copy of a Shadow Spear you can grab with the Stoneforge Mystic. And you also have a Cryptic Coat where you can grind out your opponent. If you have an unanswered Stoneforge Mystic, you could constantly put the Cryptic Coat onto the battlefield, bounce it, and then do that again with the Stoneforge Mystic if opponent is holding onto a bunch of counter spells. And lastly, we have a copy of an Assimilation Aegis. This is good versus Reanimators. You could exile a Gristlebrand or an Aatroxa, make your creature into a Gristlebrand or Aatroxa. So those are going to be the choices that the Stoneforge Mystic has when it comes onto the battlefield. So this deck can actually deal a lot of damage out of nowhere. It's a strong combo deck, but because we also play a lot of creatures, it can be a decent aggro deck as well, even if you don't get the hammers. But it can also act as a really grindy deck as well. Because not only can we grind out my opponents with Cryptic Coat and Stoneforge Mystic, but we can also grind out our opponent using Retrofitter Foundry. But because we're splashing green, we have access to Oko Thief of Crowns, which can also grind out our opponent. So we have a lot of ways of going into the late game, despite the deck being a combo deck. So I'm pretty excited to try this deck out in Timeless Best of 3. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop over. Okay. We got the hammer. We got the hammer. And we're going first. Make that into 1 equip cost. Pretty cool. Looks like they're missing some lands, perhaps. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Boom. Boom. That's an easy 12 damage. We know that they don't have a Fatal Push because otherwise they would have used it last turn. What? Wait, unless they're playing Death Shadow. Unless they're playing Death Shadow. Yeah, maybe. Cryptic Coat, yep. So what's great about this situation is if they actually want to get rid of this, if they want to like prevent the Cryptic Coat from coming down, they have to kill this now, which makes Oko a potential next turn. Right? Because, like, I don't need to do anything, right? I don't need to do anything. We'll just play a retrofitter. And pass a turn. Like, because... yeah. And currently this one says, this can't be blocked, right? And it has Ward 2. Just imagine them having to kill this. So if we actually draw a land here, that would be like the best scenario. Right? Because now I can go Oko. And if they want to counter this, they die to Colossus Hammer.
I'll shear the wool from your eyes and spin you clarity.
Okay. I see, I see. I should still try to win, right? At the very least. I have another retro. Might as well.
I invite you to change your ways.
That's a lot of fatal pushes. That's a lot of fatal push. Sigarda's Aid. That's stuck. That also stuck. I think we just pass with the food token.
Surely you must be famished.
Otawara? Short. Look at all these look at all these artifacts. Beautiful. Okay, so now they got Drown in the Lock mana. So we'll attach this Lava Spur boots to our 1/1 here. Attach that there. Now it has ward, so they can't kill it with drown. Nice. Okay, Demir Control. Demir Control. I like to have some surgical extractions. Maybe a Spell Pierce. So in this matchup, I don't think we need Assimilation Aegis, like ever. I mean, it can get rid of Loris. Man, we have so many good cards. Do we need Belt? I mean, Oko was really nice. Maybe Shadow Spear. Boots was okay for the ward, but I don't think it's too necessary. Let's actually go down on an Oko. Actually, let's go down on a copy of Kemba. So basically, the plan is to dilute the combo, bring some disruptions. It's okay, but it's weak to like double fatal push. But hopefully we draw land. And also, like, if we just get one hammer down, Sigarda's 8 also can attach a hammer to an Ornithopter. That's also pretty good. Triple Boundaries. They went with the sewer. I think I should still get the drown out. Oh. See what they do. Okay. A bowmaster. Not really a problem. We need a blue source. Or potentially a hammer as well. Hammer would be pretty sick because that's guaranteed 10 damage. But I think we're just gonna be sacrificing the Ornithopter here. Give her a Bruins. That's also pretty sick. Decided to steal it. If we can draw a land here, we might be able to like blow them up. Right? Ooh, the wrong land. The wrong land. We drew the wrong land. This Fomori vault is pretty interesting, but not when we don't have a blue source. Okay, I mean, we're not doing too bad, actually. All things considered. Could have been worse. Could have been in a worse position, like if we just never drew this land, right? Okay. Well, we are making a lot of 4/4s, that's for sure. Seems like they got a counter spell. We're actually like, we're actually pretty close to winning, despite them having Giver Runes. Like, if we can make some flyers, we draw into Hammer, we attach the Hammer. Interesting. So, they decide not to play the Orcish Bowmaster. Bit of a surprise. Discard a card, look at the top 4. Let's see. I think they're holding on to a counter spell. Man, what a rough game. I could. So here's the thing. I could make a bunch of 1/1s right now. Or I activate this to look at the top 3 and then potentially put a hammer into my hand. But I think they have a bunch of like... I think opponent has a bunch of removal spells. Okay, Thopter, very nice. Okay, I'll play the Kemba out. Because this prevents Loris from being able to attack freely because I can just block with an artifact or a white card. Okay. Ooh, surgical. That is incredible. That is incredible. I think opponent lost. Like, what are they gonna do? Just too many flyers. A Bowmaster. So, what I'm gonna use the surgical on is their mystical Mystic Sanctuary. What a weird game. What a weird game. Mana drain? Sure. They get 1 mana. Protection from colorless. Okay, Loris is dead. They go for the bubble. So we know that my opponent actually plays Legion's End. So I'm kind of like, oh wow, that could potentially just win me the game here. They had a 3rd mana drain. I actually didn't expect a 3rd mana drain. I could have surgicaled first, but they could also have a drown, right? So that's why I decided not to use the surgical there, but you know. Lorien revealed. Yeah, let's see what they do with the polluted delta. I thought I was gonna lose this for sure. I thought this was a game 3 situation, but we somehow got here. So they want to cut down, right? Like that's the only thing they need right now. They already play a land, right? This is their land. So if they want an answer to... I mean, it's not even an answer. Like, they're just dead, right? They're just dead. Because this is gonna hit them for 1. They cut down, right? Still dead. Death by 1/1s. Is there another cut down in the graveyard? No. Is there a fatal push? Yeah, these spell piercers just Omega bricked. Omega bricked. So they play Lonely End. They only play 1 copy of Legion's End. GG's. Wait. I thought they declared a block. Okay, GG's. GG's. Yeah, retrofitters are incredibly brutal versus Dimir control because they don't have artifact removals. Oh. We're going second though. I mean, we do have a Belt of Giant Strength already. So maybe it's okay to keep a hand like this. Even though we can't like... I mean, maybe if we draw like an Ornithopter here, so good. Oh, wow. That's also really good. Going second Kemba's Outfitter isn't as good because it just dies to Orcish Bowmaster. So we'll see. We might have to go Stoneforge Mystic first. So yeah. So I think this is a free damage because they probably want to just counter something, right? Wow. Pleasantly surprised. Yep, pleasantly surprised. Okay, well, we have enough hammer times. Maybe it's Cryptic Code. Wow, Ornithopter was actually such a good draw. Well, let's see it. Counter me. They let that stick. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, we saw that coming miles away. Maybe instead of a Cryptic Code, we could have also grabbed something like a Shadow Spear, right? Honestly, not the like amazing start, right? Starting with the Kemba's Outfitter is actually pretty bad against the Bowmaster deck when you're going second. You'd rather have a bunch of like Ornithopters and stuff. Oh wow, it's a Lingering Soul deck. Lingering Souls. Oh, they have infinite chump blockers, so... I think Shadow Spear would have been better than a Cryptic Coat. Retrofitter. I do have an Ornithopter, so that's not bad. So I think I'm actually supposed to play the Cryptic Coat now. So I have it on the battlefield. Oh wow. It's a Stoneforge Mystic. And I think I'm actually supposed to play the Retrofitter. You know what? I take it back. I think Cryptic Coat was a fine card to get. Because it's unblockable, right? Do you have another Bowmaster? I take it. So if they have another Bowmaster, I guess I block here. So I don't think they probably expect to die at 17 life. That's probably not happening. So I wanna put the white land here. Probably. So even if they get swords, they might not be able to cast it here. This has ward 2 also. Yeah, opponent is dead. Even if it's a fatal push, they can't actually interact with this. So they'd actually have to have a counter spell. So we'll see. But I think what they have is actually a Bowmaster right now. Okay, they're dead. Boom! Okay, so it looks like this is a Jace combo deck with the LAKEY, probably. I think that's what's happening here. I guess Pithing Needle is gonna be very nice, right? If we name Jace, like, they have a clunky card like LAKEY in their hand. Pick Your Poison gets rid of their Pithing Needle. Potentially their spirits. But unless I see a Pithing Needle, I don't really want to bring Pick Your Poison. Surgical Extraction. Do I want to bring some Surgical Extractions? They have a lot of removal spells, like, maybe. I think I just go with Spell Pierce. Call it a day. So we don't need Aegis. Don't need the Boots. I think the Boots is just really good in game 1, but maybe not in game 2 and 3. Yeah, I'll cut a Kemba. And I'll cut... What if I cut a Hammer? Not the most favorite hand I've seen, but maybe it's good enough. Okay, let's go with Giver Runes first. So we have a bunch of white cards. We only have one white source. I think I'll go with Hallowed Fountain. Play the Giver Runes. Okay. Maybe I should have also... Maybe playing Kemba was a lot better. Prismatic Vista was so good there. So I'm guessing this is a Brainstorm. So I'm just going to play the Colossus Hammer out. Oh, Spell Pierce. I still think they have a brainstorm though. What? That's a good one. That is a good one. Nice one, nice one.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me.
I can turn that off anytime I want. I guess turning it off right now is pretty... is probably for the better. Because next turn they can just use it and then kill 2 creatures here, right? So maybe I just do it now.
Let's
And I'll play the Ornithopter. Oh, there it is. Oh, they went for the discard. They probably don't want to attack with this then. Really?
You're a tricksy one.
Interesting.
I invite you to change your ways. This loss.
Yeah, this time around it's like a Oko beatdown. Interestingly enough. Completely different game. Right? So, let's block here. Since this already dies to a Bowmaster anyways. Let's go with another white source. So should I turn the Kemba Outfitter to avoid getting killed by the Bowmaster? I deal 3 less damage. But I think that might be for the better.
Let's broaden your existence.
Snapcaster Mage. Swords. Okay, that was pretty good. I have to block this in case they have a Bowmaster in hand. Ooh, another land. Another land.
Trust me.
I think it might be time to sit back, perhaps. Because they could have a Bowmaster, right? I'm also keeping this for potential, like, future land. What is it called? Fomori Vault.
I feel so alive.
Darn. Another
Much
Jace.
is at stake to just sit back and hide.
This time around, we kind of flooded, didn't we? Ornithopter? Yeah, currently we can't... I think I have a plan.
Gaze into my face.
Yeah, so we can't right now we can't attack because they can just get back the creatures that die, right? With Loris. That's pretty annoying. So they can keep doing that unless I Maybe I should have actually held on to Ornithopter. I forgot they had a Silex. Yeah, we drew a little bit poorly this game.
So it's a game you're interested in.
Another Oko. Let's attack. We'll just make a Loris into an elk. Okay.
I think a little merriment is in order.
Hmm. Yeah, not bringing Surgical, I think, was a mistake. Yeah, they also play Snapcaster Mage, so Surgical would have been pretty nice.
So hostile to the truth.
I think Needle would be pretty nice as well. What if I steal their Bowmaster? I don't think that's a bad idea, actually. Because even if they kill my Oko, I have another Oko.
Oh, loyalty is fickle and fragile.
And we'll Shadow Spear this to prevent Orcish Bowmaster. Okay, they had another Orcish Bowmaster. Unfortunate. I think that's their third Bowmaster. Oh, that's their second.
This is my cue to exit.
I think this is a game 3 situation. Yeah, my hand was just so poor, right? Like, look at this. We got the first hammer countered, and then we played a Kemba into triple Ornithopters and Kemba. That's all I played this game. And then we ended with the Oko. Yeah, like, we just played a bunch of 0 mana cards, 1 mana cards. Yeah, Surgical. We haven't seen a Deathray Shaman in, like, what, 5 games? Let's cut a belt. I wonder if I should actually cut Shadow Spear. Yeah, let's just go down on Surgical. I mean, like, we can just draw a Deathray Shaman, right? We can just draw a Deathray Shaman. And we don't have to worry about their graveyard. Hey, there's a Deathray Shaman. We finally found it. This also means that if they have a removal spell, then we can just Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, nice. Very nice. Let's grab a Cryptic Coat. And we'll pass. Yeah, such a totally different game compared to last time. I'm guessing they have, spell. Oh no! Oh no! What am I doing? What am I doing? You know what? Maybe that was for better. Maybe that was for the better. I don't know. That's just sad, you know? That was just so sad. At least now I have double spell pierce up, so maybe it's not. Maybe it was like a blessing in disguise, you know? Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Who knows? I'm trying to get them to tap out so I can just Cryptic Coat. So many swords. So many swords. Boundary. We're about to draw land. I thought about getting the Cryptic Coat down, but I think getting the Retrofitter down, like, is a huge priority. Jace. I mean, don't you need to kill the Stoneforge Mystic now? No? Okay. Okay, well, let's just pass. Yeah, let's just pass. Blue, white. Put the Cryptic Coat onto the battlefield. And we'll turn that into an Ornithopter. Sacrifice that into a 4/4. And we don't want that on top, so let's also sacrifice that. Let's go with Cryptic Coat requires a blue source. Surgical Extract on top. Nice. So they got a bunch of... I think what opponent has is like... Do I want to sacrifice this Deathray Shaman? Probably not. So what counter spells did they play last time? Like Spell Pierce? I think that's what they played. Oh, Mana Drain. Right. They're gonna plot that. They have another Jace.
For now, I must step out of the shadows. What am I missing?
Into another land. Okay. So we got rid of all the Jaces. Ooh. Oh. That's pretty good.
No.
Okay. So we'll reconfigure to you. Play the Ornithopter. They have another mana drain. Okay, I'll cast the Surgical in response because they have another mana drain. Does it even matter? Because if I do it now, they mana drain, they get mana on their main phase. But if I do it on their main phase, they get it on the second main phase. Like, doesn't matter, right? And we'll see. We'll see what they have. But they have to use their mana this turn, which is kind of bad for them, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Kind of hard to say. Okay, there's the Loris. There's the Jace. They have infinite Jace right now. They can just use it every single turn.
Just sit back and hide. I'll find what I need soon.
What a weird game. Okay, seems like a fatal push, perhaps. I mean, at least Jace is dead, right? At least Jace is dead. I have a land, so I can pay for Spell Pierce right now. Actually, let's see. Let's see. If I play Code, they might actually remove one of our 4/4s. But if I do it like this, they might not. Okay, perfect. So Jace is gone.
One day.
Jace is gone. And Loris is also gone.
Every tale about me is absolute nonsense. And absolute...
Nice. We played around Fatal Push perfectly.
Let's broaden your existence.
So here's another interesting spot we're in. Let's say I Deathrite Shaman. They could respond to it with Snapcaster Mage. And then use Fatal Push. But if I don't use Deathrite Shaman here, we might be in a better spot. Actually, this is a bait, isn't it? I can't use my Overgrown Tomb. Wow. Okay. Pretty intense game. I think they have a Snapcaster Mage. So let's see if we played around Snapcaster Mage. Otawara. Okay. I still think they have a Snapcaster Mage. This hammer is currently not doing anything, so I guess I'll just make this into a 3/3.
I invite you to change your ways.
So, like, they could have, you know, either a Bowmaster or a Snapcaster Mage, so I can't really, like, willy-nilly use my Deathrite Shaman right now. They could even have Takenuma, right? Okay, so it was a Bowmaster. What a game. What is this game? This game is insane. Wow, we actually played around Snapcaster Mage too.
are fouler than a fiend.
Okay, I think this game is about to be over soon, which is great. We've been in here for a long time. For a very long time. Okay, Mystical Dispute. Another retro. We don't want that. Nope. Nice. Okay, we have the win con. Sigarda's Aid and then Stoneforge Mystic. I think we have this. Yeah, so believe it or not, I'm actually going to give them a retrofitter. Because I think Bowmaster is actually a lot better in this case. Because currently they don't have any cards. The only way to get out of this situation is drawing a bunch of cards. And if, you know, if something goes wrong with their retrofitter, we can just L-Kit too. So I'm actually going to give them a retrofitter here, which seems kind of wrong. But next turn we're gonna win anyway, so I think the only thing that could get them out is actually drawing a bunch of cards. Hey, Pithing Needle. 2, 3, 4. I guess why not? They used the wrong thing, wrong mode. But yeah. Jace reawakened. We'll go Sigarda's Aid. And then we'll go Stoneforge Mystic. Hammertime.
Let's broaden your existence.
Attack with these 3. We can pay for Spell Pierce this way. Very nice. Very nice. That was a really tough game. That was a really good game. Right, so the sidebar is a little messed up because, as you know, there's a bug right now. So even though it says 15 cards, there is technically 15 cards in it, but you can't really visually tell right now because of the bug. So you just have to wait for the Wizard of the Coast to actually fix this one. If you want to see the sideboard, there is a link down below. So let's talk about the deck. Let's talk about the deck. The games that I played today. They were just too long. What a grind. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes I can fit like multiple games in because I'm trying to keep all the videos under an hour, right? So unfortunately, I could only fit 2 games into this. I have played a variant of Hammertime in Thomas before, and it was actually decent. It was actually decent, but obviously, with the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, we got Stoneforge Mystic, making this deck into, I would say, a real threat. If you watched the 2 games that I played against 2 control decks, and this deck, not only can you deal 20 damage out of nowhere, but it can also grind. It can really grind in this deck. So you have Retrofitter and you have Oko. So what's really nice about this combination is, let's say they bring, I can't really see the sideboard, but let's say they bring some Pithing Needles. So what's really nice about these 2 are, if you ran out the Retrofitter Foundry early, then they'd have to answer this Retrofitter Foundry. Like let's say they already have Pithing Needle and they Pithing Needled our Retrofitter. But if they do that, Oko can come out and make this Pithing Needle into a 3/3, which unlocks Retrofitter Foundry in making a 4/4 if you have an Ornithopter, that can block the 3/3 that the Oko creates. So these two just complement each other very, very well. So like, even though they bring Pithing Needles, and we don't even sideboard artifact removal spells, along with Boseiju and Oko, you might not even need it. You might not even need the Pick Your Poison from the sideboard, which is what makes these two combo very well. And we also have a Stoneforge Mystic. The thing is, even if this doesn't work, well, somehow they stop this. Somehow they stop this. And then you have a Stoneforge Mystic coming out with the Cryptic Coat. Oh my god. A Stoneforge Mystic can put it onto battlefield, Cryptic Coat, and go back into your hand, and then do that again with the Stoneforge Mystic. So there's no way you can actually counter this unless you stop the Stoneforge Mystic. So if you stop the Stoneforge Mystic, Cryptic Coat can come down and potentially just kind of win the game on its own, because this says equipped creature gets +1 and +0 and can't be blocked, which means if you run out the Sigarda's Aid into a Hammertime, well, the game could just blow up any second. So yeah, honestly, this, quote unquote combo deck that's trying to kill you with hammer, but can really just grind your opponent out with these cards. And we haven't seen the Assimilation Aegis in today's session, but this should be good against like some Reanimator decks. Like you could steal an Uro as well. Like this is so versatile. So like having it as a one-of is actually really nice. Reality Chip came in handy in one of the games. It was looking really, really good. We also won a game off of Belt of Giant Strength attached to a Cryptic Coat, which made it unblockable. And we have actually drawn into Fomori Vault a few times, but we actually really haven't been able to activate this. The activation cost is a little bit too much, I think, because unironically, even though like we don't have any spells to play, because of Retrofitter, Deathray Shaman, Stoneforge Mystic, Cryptic Coat, Reality Chip, look at the mana sink in this deck. So if you don't want to craft this, you don't need to. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video so far, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.